Some women don't chase, and yet they're never forgotten, not because of what they said, but because of what they refused to say. There are women who linger in a man's psyche long after her scent has left the room, long after he's convinced himself she was just a moment. But he's wrong, because she wasn't just a woman, she was a mirror, and mirrors are dangerous. He met her with his eyes, but never truly saw her. She entered his life not as a storm, but as a quiet ache. Her silence didn't scream, it echoed inside the places he thought he had buried. To the unaware man, she was too much, or maybe not enough. He could never decide. That's the thing about a woman with depth. She touches the part of him that still hides in shadow. And if he hasn't faced that part of himself, she will terrify him. Not because she's loud, but because she sees. Her presence didn't ask for attention. She simply existed, soft, unmoved, deeply aware. She didn't need to prove anything. That unsettled him. He was used to noise, to need, to drama. But she gave him none of that, only stillness. And in that stillness, he began to hear himself. And then he began to project. Not love, not desire, but fear. Fear of the unclaimed parts of himself. She became the canvas for his shame, his control, his mother wounds, his fragile sense of self. And when she walked away, not in anger, but in knowing, he mistook her silence for cruelty. But it wasn't cruelty, it was clarity. He will think of her in the quiet moments, when a scent floats past, when another woman's laugh doesn't reach his heart. She will flicker like a ghost in the back of his mind, not to punish, but because she touched what he couldn't name. There are 7 ways a woman like this haunts a man, and none of them involve words. She haunts him through the gaze that saw past his masks, through the boundaries she never explained, but never broke, through the absence of need that made him question his own worth, through the emotional distance that wasn't coldness, but sovereignty, through the kindness that wasn't flirtation, but consciousness, through the detachment that wasn't indifference, but wisdom, and through the silence that revealed just how loud his ego had become. To a man who has not done his shadow work, a woman like this is unbearable. She represents the death of the ego, the end of illusion. She doesn't beg, she doesn't cling, she doesn't perform. And in a world addicted to emotional noise, her restraint is violence. He will try to replace her, quickly, carelessly, with something easier, with someone who needs him more than he needs himself. But the soul doesn't forget. The psyche remembers what the mind refuses to name, because what she gave him wasn't chaos, it was depth. And he rejected it, because to receive